Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan kitchen. It's almost Thanksgiving, but this recipe has absolutely nothing to do with that. This has been requested by thousands. I mean, 2 people.
No, more than 2, less than 1,000.
Okay. So this is for our famous chickpea salad. We love it. It might as well be famous. I always feel so special when I make this chickpea salad. I feel like I just came from a New York deli. And I feel like I could wrap it up in some parchment paper and eat it, you know, at the park.
So good.
It's just so good, and it's just such a picnicky type food. So if you go somewhere, you can wrap it up and take it. It only gets better day after day in the refrigerator. And you know what? It's so freaking easy. There's no excuse to not make this. It is fantastic, and you should make it. All right, so I'm making a veritable vat of this because, sorry, my dog's really thirsty. I'm using 4 cans. This stuff goes quick. When you see like, oh, 1 can, oh, I couldn't. No, you could go through 4 cans pretty quickly. We pile this on top of ciabattas, and it is delicious. So I'm gonna start off in my vat with 2 cans of chickpeas that I've already drained. Gonna put them in there. I'm gonna get out my immersion blender. You don't need an immersion blender. You could use a potato masher. You can even use a fork if you wanted to. Just something to break up the chickpeas. You can even use this without turning it on.
Could you use a food processor or no?
You don't want to get carried away with this because you don't want this to turn into hummus. You want this to turn into bits and pieces. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you want to have some bite to this. You want to have some semblance of a chickpea in here. So I just usually just pulse it till I'm satisfied. It's a real bricks and mortar situation.
What about bricks and mortar?
Yeah, that will work too. All right, so that's the first layer. You notice I didn't put all of my chickpeas in at once because this is a vertical thing. And if I'm busting them up here, I'm never going to get to the babies on the bottom. So, you know, got that done. I have already mandolined 4 stalks of celery. I don't normally give you guys amounts, but I figure it's about 1 stalk of celery per can of chickpeas. I think works out fairly well. If you don't like celery, you don't have to use celery. You could also substitute water chestnuts. Some people really like to put in there. Some people actually like to put grapes in there. You know, like a chicken salad.
Interesting.
So this is 4 stalks of celery. That's a lie. This is 2. So I'm going to put all my celery in.
Ooh, it's smelling so fresh.
Already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got all my celery.
Extreme close up.
Yeah. I'm going to put the rest of my chickpeas in. So now I'm just going to do the same thing on this level of chickpeas. I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm only going to go down to the celery. And I'm just going to pulse it. I don't want it to be too crazy. This also helps to have the celery underneath too because my husband will tolerate celery if it's not big honking pieces of celery. So if the celery gets a little mushed up, all the better. The flavor is still there. He just doesn't like to get a big crunchy piece of celery.
What?
I don't know why. That's like the best part.
Silly goose.
Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to take this off so that I can cut up my onion and not have to worry about holding that. I normally would use an entire red onion, but the red onions that I got are huge. So I'm just going to do half. And yeah, I'm doing this without the guard, but I'm going to be so careful.
Are you?
I am.
I really hope so.
This, by the way, if you have a mandolin, this is the julienne slicer. See how quickly that goes?
It's really quick.
It's much nicer to do it this way. Just don't cut your finger off like I did a couple weeks ago.
Whoa, that was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was. But it's all healed. Just the nail's a little short. And I was making chickpea salad when it happened. I was really trying to get everything out of the celery.
Mm-hmm. You got all of it and more.
I sure did. Oh, I love the way that looks. It looks like an owl's feather. So we want to get every bit of goodness out of there. So make sure you get it all out. Woo! And boy, does that make you tear up.
It's so beautiful.
So we don't have to use this anymore. All right, now we're going to season it up. Whenever I use something with mayonnaise in it, I like to put an acid in as well. You can use vinegar. I like to use lemon juice in this particular recipe because it just makes me feel more like picnicky for some reason. So with this amount of chickpeas, I'm probably going to do like, that was exactly 2 tablespoons. And then mayonnaise is totally subjective. If you like a really soupy, mayo-y chickpea salad, go for it. That's like 1/4 cup. That's about 1/2 cup. Maybe 2 more tablespoons. I think that's pretty good for that amount of chickpeas. So do the math. That was about 2/3 cup.
Woo!
Right? Yeah, it smells so good already. Now some additional seasonings. Love Dulse granules. This is basically like a sea vegetable. So it's got a good source of iodine in here, which is something that everybody needs, not just vegans. So I like to put a nice healthy sprinkling of that in there. Probably maybe about a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon. It kind of almost gives it a slight fishy taste as well. So it's kind of almost like a tuna salad after it's sat in the fridge for a day or two. And I like to add some pepper. And a little bit of sea salt. Not too much though. Just 1/2 teaspoon. And that is pretty much it. If you don't want to use the dulse or you don't have it, you can't get it, you could try celery seed. That also gives a nice, how would you say, fake salty taste to it. So that's fun. All right, we're mixing this bad boy up and then we're going to give it a taste. Oh my, look at this feast that has been placed before you.
Yes, I'm going to be hitting this up for lunch today on a sandwich. But for tasting purposes right now, we're going to have some, this is totally hashtag not spawn, but off the eaten path, I am obsessed with their chickpea chips. And
they are really good. They have,
we're going to, go ahead.
Black bean, I believe, in there, and purple sweet potato.
So naturally, we're having chickpea salad with chickpea chips.
Of course.
I do that all the time. I eat these with hummus all the time. It's crazy. But
layer
anyway.
your chickpeas.
That was so good.
The bite of the onion is what does it for me. What's the first thing you notice when you taste that?
Just like the happiest I've ever been in my life. This is the mother that I never had.
What?
The sister that I always wanted. You know that Oprah clip?
No.
That's me.
I can't say that I know that.
You guys, let me know if you know it in the comments. It's so good.
Well,
So
I hope you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Go get lost in a layer of chickpea.
So guys, I really hope you give this a try because it is truly one of my favorite things to eat.
It's definitely my favorite lunch.
Yeah. And let us know if you do try it. Send us a picture. I love seeing all of your food. And give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this recipe and want to see more. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe! And we'll see you guys next time. So until then, much love.